Disney.
Disney World.
Disney
Hello.
Interactive.
Disney.
Interactive.
Man, I miss
Yep.
Disney Interactive.
And the new
Fly.
game, as you can see, is Lilo and Stitch 2 Hämsterviel Havoc.
Yes, not Stitch has a glitch. Hämsterviel Havoc.
What?
All the high scores I got.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
yes. Wow,
The
this
high
game
scores
is
in this
scored.
game. Welcome to Curse Cube.
Also, Lilo.
Hi.
Can I just point out that Lilo has a green shirt?
Well, sometimes in the series she wore a green dress instead of the red one for some reason.
Yeah. So this is off
Mine,
Lilo
like on
and
this
Stitch.
one.
So this is off Lilo and Stitch the series, aka one of the few Disney Channel shows I actually gave a crap about as a kid.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the pretty interesting ones.
Yeah, I think I just liked it as a kid because it was the closest thing Disney had to Pokemon, because it was kind of that monster of the week, catch the Pokemon experiment
Catch him, gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. It's a Stitch.
It sure explains a lot about my taste.
Also, it helped that I just really loved the movie growing up.
Yeah, the movie's great.
Lilo and Stitch is actually the first movie I have cognizant memory of seeing in theaters.
Ooh. So look at them dance.
So yeah, we actually have multiple save slots this time.
Cool.
Yeah,
And then
was that your practice run?
Yes, this was my practice run I actually did a few months ago.
Nice.
Because we intended to do this a long while ago, but then a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
So yeah, throughout this series, we're gonna see if I can beat my old scores in the practice file. And here's our cast of characters, by the way.
Whoa.
So yeah, we have Lilo, we got Sparky, we got Slushy, Richter, Slugger, Yart, Splody Head, Julio, and Yang.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't throw in Angel, because that's like the only experiment that Disney seems to put any kind of effort into merchandising, but I don't know, maybe this came out before her episode came out.
I don't know, but it's also weird you would include Yang, but not Yin.
These are all the playable characters, by the way.
Interesting.
I will say, I will say my favorite, oh, we are cutscene.
Oh yeah, look at, it's like, it looks like one of the screenshots was from the movie.
So, little girl, you think you can collect more experiment balls?
Experiment balls, huh?
626, yes, I did not show the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. Excellent. Up you go. Is this a story serious?
I guess.
To start. So like a bunch of experiments are now on the loose.
Okay, 626, press B button to fire this evil genius blaster gun. Hey, I'm not gonna tell you what a B button means.
It's so funny in tutorials when they explain buttons that clearly the characters wouldn't know about.
Okay, I read it. At moment, but there seems to be something for something. You could try to duck their fire by pressing down on the control pad. Maybe even crawl up to them.
Stitch just be like, what the fuck is a control pad?
Props to Jumbo's voice actor. His voice his inflections are really weird to say.
Well, I mean, it's like a Russianish accent.
Press A button while you're in the air to perform super high genius double jump.
Okay. But yeah, also rest in peace to his voice actor because he died a while back.
Ooh, yeah, definitely props to him then.
Yeah, David Ogden's here, so, you know, he was Cogsworth. He was the villain in Pocahontas.
Nice, nice.
626, you picked up evil genius grenades, boom! Just tap out a button to throw them. Hold a bit longer to throw further.
Whoa. So look at that cruise ship in the background.
So if I could, yeah, I think it's.
Is that coffee? Oh.
I see you pick up two things. Press L to cycle through. Inventory. Select caffeinated beverage and tap R to activate. This gives you a hyperactive super speed and lets you move very fast compared to everything else.
Sorry, I just like you. I was posting something, so I got distracted.
Oh yeah. You just hit the crate and nothing happens. Like, these are indestructible.
I will say, interesting. I guess, you know, this is typical for a licensed game of
that ice cream?
Ice cream gives you a thing of health.
You know, here's the rule of thumb when it's a licensed game from the 2000s. If you're on a handheld, it's a 2D platform.
Definitely.
That's pretty much it. My experience with this was Nicktoons Unite. I had Nicktoons Unite on the GBA as a kid. GameCube version's a beat 'em up. GBA version is a platformer.
Oh, of course.
Same thing for the SpongeBob movie game too.
I just remember when there was those Tom and Jerry fighting games on the home consoles.
I actually have
N64.
that. Yeah, I have both the GameCube version and the ROM for that. So if we can do that game, actually.
Oh, that sounds great. There was also N64. You can just shoot up though. That's pretty pog.
So you're actually encouraged with the highest score to collect all the collectibles and kill all the enemies.
Makes sense. Okay, we could easily 100% this, hopefully.
Yeah. Honestly.
The screen is kind of crazy, though.
Yeah.
So basically, for other kinds of context, Lilo and Stitch the series, we do a lot of watch parties. We do a lot of show watch parties, and one show that frequently shows up is Lilo and Stitch the series.
There is so many tropes related to the show. It's crazy.
I actually took one of the coffee, and this is what happens.
It's one of those kinds of shows where, everyone knows that a lot of Western cartoons will have commonly done plots like clonings or body swaps, for example. They'll have those kind of plots that include any show with a fantasy sci-fi element or science element. And this one of those cartoons that feels like they did all those.
It sure did.
All those, believe it or not, Johnny's head.
We found Yarp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we did. I definitely watched plenty of them.
Hey, we beat the best score.
Yay! Hooray!
And I just find it funny how one of them we watched was kind of a crossover with Pleakley's family being voiced by other kids in the Hall cast.
Which I've never heard of before.
The experiment Fibber is probably one of my favorite experiments, just because I find his beeping gimmick. He's very simple. He's a lie detector. But his whole gimmick is just making the funniest sound effect to everything.
Hold on.
It's like, ah!
The heck are you saying?
Oh God. Don't worry, 626. I translate for you. He say, Slushy, he has been going crazy. And Victor has kicked him out of his one true... I like that.
Wait, Victor, why are you an asshole?
Schmabber must have cousins.
Honestly, that is a very good Stitch voice.
It's great.
I like how my voice for the experiment is just Nibbler from Futurama.
He said you deal with Slushy if you return it to its true place. Later, you can use the power by collecting him in your inventory by using fricagate this text spacing with the different text boxes.
Just you can't fit the sentence in there.
So you will have to wait for his energy reserve to return before using him again. It's the same for any other evil genius situations you might find during your adventures.
Okay, good Dodger.
I thought he said, okay, Goomba.
Okay, you stupid Goomba. See, as you can see...
I guess Disney finally bought Nintendo and can throw Goombas in here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at them. They're teaming.
Honestly.
So what we just collected too are just tracking shots.
I guess since we're talking about Lilo and Stitch the series, I can't think of any other time I can really talk about this in these videos, but one of the episodes we watched was about a love potion experiment, and it led to the funniest bisexual harem of Pleakley holding hands with basically a bunch of people, guys and girls, both completely, and throughout the episode they kept showing this shot of them holding hands at a sunset, and for that, it showed this bisexual harem Pleakley had by the sunset. Feel free to show an image on screen editing.
Yes, I will.
It's a little bit of an uncomfortable idea for an experiment episode, but honestly, that weird fantasy sequence whenever someone falls in love is actually pretty funny.
There's also this other scene. There's also this other funny scene that happens where Gantu falls for Stitch, and the fantasy is just him holding Stitch.
Yeah, he's just holding Stitch like a little kitten.
So, the episode is just, wow. I'm like sitting there and I'm like strangely progressive.
Man, Hunka Hunka is all for the LGBT.
Yeah.
Hunka says love is love.
Literally.
Even the low-key questionable ones though.
He
But
says gay rights and he says poly rights in the same episode.
Polly Pockets rights.
Yeah. I will say, I'm not actually playing, but the controls look like they'd be very
I feel like the screen there's just so much happening. I feel like it'd be easy to get disoriented.
Yeah, honestly, for some reason, I'm looking at this and I'm like, is this a Contra clone? A very easy Contra clone? It's like Contra, but like very easy because there's far less shit happening.
And you also can take more than just one hit before dying.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, Yarp is recharged.
Hey Yarp, what's up? Ironically, I don't think we watched the Yarp episode during any of our watch parties.
Yeah, we watched the Hunka Hunka episode, we watched the Fibber episode, we watched the Body Swap one. I will say,
we almost went to the Christmas one, but I think you didn't like the plot in that very much.
Yeah, Jordan rage quit midway through.
Yeah, like, oh, this is a character does something, but no one believes it does something bad, but he's getting wrongfully accused plot.
Like at least like the Bonnie and Clyde one, they were actually in the wrong for that one.
Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. Also, I will say though, one thing with this show is that it really shows how much my taste in characters have changed. Because as a kid, I think a lot of people probably watch this with this. I freaking hated Mean Girl because I just started thinking of any Mean Girl bully, especially Myrtle, who kept bullying Lilo for being weird, just because I was sort of a weird outcast growing up, so it's like kind of hard to relating.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes characters like Myrtle hard for me to watch. Nowadays, I write Mean Girl gremlins in my stuff all the time.
Look at that nice score.
So I've learned how to write a Mean Girl bully.
Wait, what? Wait, do we miss an experiment pod?
Yeah, I think we missed one during that gap, but it's fine because we
100% run ruins.
Oh well. To be fair though, we currently have beaten the first 2 levels.
Cool.
No cutscene. Also, I hope the audio balancing is not too terrible this one.
Yeah.
Sounds reasonable, I think. Oh, also, is it supposed to look like it's got a filter? Like black and white?
Wait, black and white filter, what?
It was like black and white. It was black and white for a few seconds, and then it just changed back.
With like the Discord streaming display or something.
I didn't know it could do that.
Like, it was so funny. It's probably not going to show up in the recording, but still.
Yeah, it's not glitched out for me.
Oh.
I will say though, like, I found the funniest way, the best part way for me to write Mean Girls or something, is make them so over the top with it that it's hard to take it seriously.
Yeah.
Like, straight, although I've learned to just kind of grow tolerant with it, and I tolerate with it as I've kind of learned to find the trope really funny. Like, at one point, or a few months ago, I was rewatching Rugrats, and I learned, and I kind of realized, you know, when Angelica is not, like, bullying the babies in society, she can actually be pretty funny.
Plus, given her main friend is Susie, who's pretty chill. It's not like,
Oh, because she has Susie to basically call
it's not
her out.
particularly a one-sided thing.
Yeah, and Susie is there to kind of call her out, be the only good, like, older role model the babies have because the parents aren't doing anything. I love the shooting sound.
Oh yeah, we need some food. Gotta heal. There we go. Nice sandwich.
I also used all my freaking grenades already.
No!
To be fair, the grenades are really fucking good in this game.
Yeah, you could just kill them in one hit.
This video just makes me want to drop random Lilo and Stitch trivia. Like, I like the fact that there used to be like this Stitch ride at Disney World. I only know that because I watched the freaking Hämsterviel video on it.
Oh yeah, like wasn't it, I know I've seen like the images of the Stitch animatronic without any of the without any of the outer skin and body parts.
Yeah,
And it's
and
kind
This
of
looks like a robot skeleton.
It's so scary. I don't know. I don't know. I know. There's like a reason animatronics are considered uncanny, but it can be a little too much sometimes.
I did go to Disney World a couple months back, and at Magic Kingdom, I did this kind of funny. Like Stitch was performing on a stage, strangely in Tomorrowland, by where the Stitch thing was. So and it was on a stage, so I kind of awkwardly selfied in the Stitch person, the Stitch costume, just kind of looked and posed.
Well, look at that, we're on a bridge, I think.
It's just a rock bridge.
Whoa, what? How do you make a rock bridge?
Or maybe it's just like a... Well, maybe it's like a weird wood bridge. It just kind of looks like a really skinny onyx.
Yeah, kind of.
Onyx real.
This is also, I also kind of love how Lilo and Stitch is in that kind of era of the early 2000s Disney movies, which I thought people were starting to warm up to a lot. Stitch's era was just so underappreciated at the time. Because even ignoring that, they have the underrated bangers of around it, like Treasure Planet and Atlantis. Oh yeah, and of course that Burr's New Groove.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Sadly, I think only Lilo and Stitch that really made money.
Yeah, we made money at the time, probably because Stitch was really easy to merchandise that hell out of it. I remember the fact that you had this huge marketing campaign where you dated every Disney movie, basically.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Like, I remember this.
Sadly, the others didn't really get that chance.
Yeah, Treasure Planet bombed, Atlantis didn't really take off, and Emperor's New Groove became a full following.
Not really. It has definitely probably the biggest cult following, I think.
And it didn't help that in there, they also had the duds, like, friggin' Home on the Range, and then later Chicken Little.
Yeah. Oh, but it is super interesting looking at the production stuff with Emperor's New Groove since it was almost Kingdom of the Sun.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say, I would have said Brother Bear, but I don't think people are just kind of in on that movie more than hate it.
It seems so.
Brother Bear is like, the only thing I know about Brother Bear is that On My Way Phil Collins song that was in all the trailers for like other movies I had as a kid.
Slushy. There we go.
Hey, we're 3 for 3.
Nice.
Nice.
Continue.